Hello everyone, welcome to Guru TV. I'm your host Jason Sutton from the Dana Rader Golf School. And on today's show, we're going to talk about a very popular topic that we see in golf swings, and that's the over-the-top move. First, we're going to explain what over-the-top means. Two is I'm going to start talking about the transition and how to really create a better downswing plane. And then three, I'm going to leave you with an excellent drill that you may have not heard of that's going to help you to really stay on plane and start hitting that ball more solidly. So, number one, when somebody says you're over the top, what are they talking about? Over the top of what? Well, I'm going to back up here into my little swing plane guide. As you can see, I have some shafts in line here, which is the same angle of the club as it sits on the ground. That is your swing plane. This is the tool that we're using. This is the way we're going to swing the club as far as the shape goes. So this is our guide, right? After we get a square club face, this is the king, which is the swing plane line. You're either on it, parallel to it, or you're off it. So over the top means that your downswing is swinging too far over the top of the swing plane line. So as you swing away from the swing plane line, you're going to cut across the golf ball and tend to hit pulls or slices. So probably the number one thing I see most of my new students do is this error. And this is going to help you a lot as far as getting you some ideas on how to get the golf club consistently swinging down more from the inside, which is what everybody wants to do, and hit more powerful and more straight shots. So number one is it really starts from what happens as the club changes direction and starts downward. We call this transition. So what I see most people do is have a tendency to start their golf swing out of sequence. As you're starting down, if your upper body unwinds too soon and you don't drop your hands and arms, the club's going to start to swing away from the swing plane line, and you're going to swing across and get handcuffed and really have some trouble at impact. So there's a big difference in what I call literal golf instruction and also what you should feel golf instruction. So feel golf instruction is going to slow down what's going too fast, and we're going to speed up what's going too slow. So what we're going to do here as we start the downswing is we're going to make a small little shift with the lower body. Okay, notice I did not say you're going to spin your hips or you're going to rotate your body. That's the biggest mistake most people make, is they try to rotate their body too quickly and the club gets outside. So number one is we're going to make a small shift, and then we're going to just simply let our hands and arms drop. See how I did that? Hands, arms drop, a little bit of shift to the left. Notice that I'm still closed off to the target. Very, very important. If your shoulders are still closed to the target, then your golf club has no choice but to swing more to the right or more from the inside. That's the key. So we're going to make a series of little small pumps here as we come down, and notice that my chest is still facing the camera, and so I've got a really good chance of attacking this golf ball from the inside. Always have to change your golf swing in a super feel situation going the opposite direction. So if we're going too much this way, I'm going to ask you to swing more underneath and swing more to the right. So how are we going to drill this, right? Slow motion drill, absolutely the greatest to do there, but also we need some ball hitting drills. So I've developed a drill here that's going to help you, which I call the mini pump drill. Okay, we've all heard of the pump drill, which is where we go back to the top, we pump it down, go back to the top and pump it down and hit it. Well, I've found that when you go back to the top, you can still come over it, so we can still make that error. This is going to eliminate that. It's also going to help you to learn to square the club face with the hands and arms rather than your shoulders. So here's how you do it. Get our normal setup, we go to the top, we put the club down into the delivery position where we're waist high from the ground. The club head's going to be slightly behind the hands, and then we're going to pump small pumps. Do not go all the way up. So you want to just gather a little bit of momentum, get some rhythm here, and then square your hands into the golf ball, just like that. So you'll notice that I didn't try to turn and square it up with my shoulders or my body. I simply took the back of my left hand and rotated it to face the target, and then rotated it to the ground. Okay? In my past videos you've seen we talked about release, so this is what we're talking about. Release is no good unless it's coming down on a decent swing plane and coming from the inside. So this is a really, really helpful drill. I think if you practice this, it takes some patience, but I think it's really going to help you. So, let's review. Over the top means swinging away from the plane line. Okay, the plane line is the king. Number two is we've got to make sure that we hold the shoulders back as the hands and arms drop into the slot. Okay, we don't want to over-rotate the body. And three, we want to feel like we square the club up with a little bit more hands and arms rather than our shoulders. I can promise you, if you do this drill a couple of times on the range, mix it into your practice sessions, you're going to start swinging the club on plane and hit more powerful shots. Alright, so let's do it one more time. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so we're going to rehearse. Okay, there's the drill. And I'm going to go ahead and hit one normal. Much better. So I can really feel that thing coming down from the inside with a nice square club face. Do this, I can guarantee it's going to help you, and I'll see you next time on Guru TV.